Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chidaallu. I'm a faith and lifestyle content creator. Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of surrounding yourself with loved ones in your bid or quest to survive as a single mother. Actually, just like every other trying time in your life, people go through different challenges in life, whether as an undergraduate, as a child. There are kids that are raised in very difficult and challenging circumstances. Sometimes, health related circumstances, financial difficulties, relationship issues, so on and so forth. Like, of course, we know like there are different challenges that people can face in life. Right? And one of the best things that can happen to you when you are going through a difficult time in life is to surround yourself with loved ones. Now, what makes this particular one unique for single mothers is because it's not a one-off thing, right? There are people that they become single moms and within a year they find a partner and get married. Some people within 2 years they find a partner, either someone new or an old flame that walks back into their life, rekindles their love and stuff like that, and they decide to get married, right? But then not everybody is that lucky. Like in most cases, you are not that lucky. Sometimes it takes us a while. It takes you a while to heal. It takes you a while to recover. Some people go through whether it's divorce, if it's a widow, someone that lost her husband, if it's someone that was left, the husband walked away, or she was actually, there are women that were literally kicked out of the marriage for whatever reason, whether it's their fault or not. But like the point I'm making is sometimes you are starting from scratch. A lot of people, a lot of ladies hit rock bottom. The truth is, whether you are financially buoyant or not, most times, imagine something you are doing. There were two of you doing it together, and then suddenly everything is on you. All the weight is on your shoulder. And if you're the kind of mother that decides, I'm going to keep my kids, I'm not sending my kids to my mother, that's for people that have parents. For me, my parents are late, so I don't even have anybody to send my kids to, right? So if you're the kind of person that says, um, I must keep my kids with me, blah, 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 the kids need me, blah, 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 blah. You go from being two parents, managing the kids, managing the finances and all that, and then it becomes only you. All the bills, light bills, water bills, electric bill, the environmental bills. If you're in a country that, they tax you a lot for different things, security bills, like the bills, I don't even want to talk about feeding. I don't want to talk about feeding, fees, health, everything falls on your shoulder. Like, no matter how financially buoyant you are, it shakes you. Except this is a journey you started on your own from the start. But if you were doing it with someone initially and then suddenly everything is on you, you're definitely going to feel that shake. Now, if you're a single mom in waiting, or you just got pregnant, like you've never been married, so you've never even had the opportunity to share the responsibilities, just been always you definitely need to be surrounded by loved ones. And cases are different. There are people that you get pregnant, your parents are supporting you, your siblings are like, okay, yeah, you've made the mistake, but we are going through this journey with you. But there are people that they go through this and their family rejects them. They tell them, they disown them like you're your own. What I'm going to encourage you to do is find your circle. For instance, this community that we belong to, Dear Single Mom, is a very good space. We may not see everybody, we may not know everybody, but just having that community, it's just like going on Instagram, but let's just say that our community is our social media platform where you can come ask questions, venture, talk about your experiences without being judged. Look around you, find that friend, find that colleague, find that sibling, even if it's one cousin, one relative. Just look around you, even if it's a neighbor, someone down the street that shows concern. Any iota of love that you can get during this season of your life, literally embrace it, accept it, because you need it. It's a very difficult place to be when you are going through a very difficult thing in your life and you have no support. Like, it's already difficult, it's already hard. Like, you have nights when you cry yourself to tears, you have days you don't know what to do with your life, days you don't know how to feed your children. Like, you have so much going on. Like, the least you can do is to have a shoulder to cry on, is to have someone to say everything will be all right, is to have someone to say, I'm here for you. If anywhere, anytime you need to drop off the kids, you can bring them here. You need every iota of support that you can get. In my own case, I had my late elder sister, God rest her soul. She passed on this 2024, 3 years ago. But I just feel like those last moments with her, God just used her to bless me at this season of my life. The first 5 years of single parenting, she was with me. And I remember that at that time, my pastor told me, in fact, I won't lie, of course, living with someone, not just as a single lady, you have kids. I had a babysitter, so there were three of us living in our house. So sometimes it gets challenging, little issues here and there. I remember a time I had to go speak to my pastor and like, Pastor, I want to move out of my sister's house. These are the challenges I'm facing. What do you think about that? And he told me, he said, Chidaallu, don't move out. That this is what the Spirit of the Lord is telling him. At this season of my life, my sister and my husband are a form of covering for me. They're a shield for me. Because, of course, a lot of times in those days, people would tell me, Chidaallu, they try you. How you take the leave with your sister? They will tell you when to go, when to come, da. First of all, there was nothing like that. Like my sister, I'm the kind of person that naturally I'm a homebody. So a lot of times my sister and her husband would literally tell me, go out, put yourself out there. You're a young lady, go out so that you'll be seen. So anytime I manage to tell them I have a date, someone wants to take me out, they will celebrate. Don't worry, have a good day. You can come back whenever you like. I'm like, please, 10 o'clock, I'm coming back. So I'm not even this very, very much going out type. But then they never like kind of controlled my going out and coming in. But then, in life, sometimes you just have common sense, right? When you're living with people, you should know how to move. And you don't just bring random people to your house. You can't say, oh, it's my friend, everybody can come and go. No, it's not your house. Like, there are rules and principles to living with people. But of course, that's not what this video is about. So we didn't really have much issues in that area. But of course, see, it's never the same thing like living in your own house, right? So then my pastor encouraged me to stay there, a form of covering, because the truth is, especially when it comes with men like to prey on single mothers a lot. This video is about single mothers. So I'm not talking about single ladies generally. Men like to prey on single mothers a lot because they feel you lack emotional support. You need love. You need enlightenment. You need company, and so on and so forth. So they are always going to come with, oh, I'm going to take care of you and your kids. Blah, 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 blah. You can move into my house. Like, these are the kind of offers I used to get. And the truth is, just being able to say, I actually live with my sister, words a lot of them off. Immediately, where do you stay? They want to come to your house. Immediately, I tell them I live with my sister. It turns a lot of them off and they just scamper away, right? So I think that those are the kind of coverings Pastor was talking about. Also, when it comes to support, there are a lot of things I didn't have to worry about because for the past 3 years now, I've been living by myself, taking care of every damn thing that has to do with me and my daughter surviving. But when I was living with my sister, guys, those first 5 years that were very trying emotionally, financially, everywise, my finances are not as stable as they are now, like they were in those days, right? Now, in the area of lights, I didn't have to pay light bills. I didn't have to pay water bills. All I need to worry about was my baby's food in terms of all those meals, cereals, and all. And then her school fees and hospital bills, clothing, of course. But all that, when it comes to the home, I didn't have to worry about anything in the home, right? I was just flexing. And I really want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to my brother-in-law. God bless you. God bless you. You and your family. You guys were amazing. My sister has passed on. God rest her soul. But I must say that my brother-in-law was an amazing person. He never made us feel like this was not home. And even the few times I raised the idea of us moving out, he will always tell me we are not complaining. And the truth is, I'm not going to say we didn't have our differences. That's a lie. We're human beings. You have differences even with your siblings and your twins. Talk more of, a complete stranger that's just your brother-in-law. So that's not what I'm trying to say in this video. But when it comes to comfort, being comfortable in that home, he was just amazing. He was just amazing. And I want to just thank him for that. You need that. You need that. If you're the kind of person that your family, they're in support of you and they are close to you, if you can stay with family, it's gonna be of great support for you. It's just gonna be very, very beneficial to you. There are so many things you don't have to worry about. You have people to watch your kids and so on and so forth. However, make sure these people are people you trust, people you're sure they're gonna take care of your kids. You can leave your kids with them and go out and not worry about their safety, right? So surround yourself with good people, and not just relatives. Now let's talk about friends. I also noticed that around me at that point, I didn't really have a lot of friends that understood what I was going through. So even the support I could get, the advice I could get, they were quite limited. So I got to a point in my life where I started praying and asking God to give me friends that will add value to my life. Because the truth is, for every season, you need a network, really. Whether in career, in your relationship, you move to a new neighborhood, you need a community. No man is an island. God did not create us to be on our own. We are social beings, right? So there are some times in life when, have you ever tried to start a business or something and nobody gets you? Nobody understands you. Some people will laugh at you, some people will ridicule you, some people will tell you you're doing too much. And are you the only one? You get? So there's some, you need people that can get you, even if it's one person, one support. So I got to a point in my life at that time when I literally had to pray. I tell people I pray about anything in my life. So long as I'm not sure, I'm confused and stuff, I have to pray. I have to take it to God because like He is my all in all, the architect of my life. So, and literally God blessed me with these amazing people. So I had my friends, I had my family in my office. I have amazing colleagues. I used to have this colleague that I still have. She's still my colleague that she will pack food stuff. She will pack food stuff for me and come. People will think that my mom sent it from the village. They will know it's my colleague that sent it. Like, it's just amazing. There are so many amazing women that have been of great support to me. And the reason why you need all this is because you don't want to be pushed in a corner, because it gets to a point where when you don't have all this support for a woman, the default response, if you don't have the fear of God, is to rely on men. And trust me, there are many men available, but they are not there to love you. They are not there to help you. Any man that has to sleep with you to pay your rent, sleep with you to do whatever for you, is just taking advantage of your condition. If this is someone that you wouldn't normally date, if this is someone that you normally wouldn't be with, if this is someone that you are with because of your needs, that means it's not someone you should be with. So in other words, by the time you're not surrounded by the kind of support that you need, the next line of default is to rely on men. And most times it's married men, because most single guys, how much do they have? How much do they have to offer you to pay rent, to do this, to do that? Especially in Nigeria and this our economy. So you need that support. And I'm going to tell you, because this is what works for me. This is what works for me. I'm not going to give you a formula that didn't work for me. This is what works for me, what worked for me, and it's still working for me. And all these people that were in my life, see, it's not just about the money and the covering, the advice, the kind of advice you're going to get from your friends too. You know, there are friends, or let me not call them friends. There are people that you have in your life, and everything they're going to be saying to you are negative things. In fact, they will tell you how to hate your husband, or sorry, your ex, how to pitch your kids against your ex, how to be so bitter. Like, the things they're going to be telling you are things that are going to be aggravating you. Like, you're going to be carrying a lot of bitterness and anger within you. These kind of friends, like, they're just going to turn you more and more into a bitter person, and you don't need that. You need people that will inspire healing, people that will inspire growth. And for instance, in the case of my brother-in-law and my sister, they kept telling me, Chidaallu, you need to let this go. You need to let this go. Stop watching all these angry divorce wives movies. I remember there's one movie Tyler Perry released that year that trended. If I can remember the movie, I'll put it up here. I watched that movie. I was almost obsessed with that movie because I felt like I could feel that woman's pain. See, if you're not careful, you will degenerate into a very terrible human full of hurt and wickedness. Have you ever watched or seen or experienced an angry person in real life that their anger is based on past hurt? Even normal single ladies that they've not been married, and it's because someone broke their heart in the past. It takes a lot to get them out of that. Talk more of someone that was married, something led to the other day, and they are divorced. Like, it's a very bad. Talking about it now, looking back, I can remember where I was then, mentally and spiritually. I was struggling. I was like, how can I serve God with so much hatred in my heart? So you need people that will let this thing push this anger out of you. Like, see, I'm gonna tell, if you're someone out there watching this video right now and you are going through this, like, you're so angry, you're so bitter, you're so hateful, resentful, send me a DM, let's talk. Let me tell you why you need to let this thing go. The thing is, the words that were spoken to me that helped me let me go, let these things go, so that I can move on and be happy again. Because a lot of things, everything I'm sharing in this series is about growth. It's for you. It's not for any other person. It's for your own good, because you need to be strong to be there for your kids. You need to be happy enough to reflect that happiness, to impact that happiness on your kids. You get? So yeah, surround yourself with loved ones. You need all the love that you can get in this season of your life, from friends, relatives, colleagues, strangers, anybody out there that can love you, support you, be a shoulder to lean on. Accept it, embrace it, use it, and regain yourself, become a happy person again, because you need it for the long haul. All right, so yeah, that'll be all for this video. And if you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And till next time, I will see you. Bye.